Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our SOS/Infinity Grid training for August the 2nd, 2023. Guys, I'm so glad to have you here on this call to do some training. We decided to merge our groups together, and we're here for a back office training. Welcome, SOS, Saving Ourselves team. Welcome, Infinity Grid team. Now we're all one. Training. Why do we need training, guys? It gives you knowledge. It helps you to develop your skills. It teaches you how to be a coach. And you learn things when you do some training. It's no different than if you were starting a new job and those first 3 or 4 days, you go through some training before they throw you out there. This is no different. We want you to get a little bit of training. We want you to learn as much as you can about Infinity Grid so you'll have the knowledge. Then you'll get some experience. Now you'll be able to do some coaching and you can teach somebody else. So that's what training is about. Now, we also have some good buzzwords and some bad buzzwords. So let's go through the bad buzzwords. With this activity, we don't want you to say signing up. We don't want you to say you're recruiting people. You're not buying into anything. You're not purchasing something. This is not an investment. It's not an ROI. You're not multiplying your money. You're not making money. You're not earning money. You're not getting paid. You're not paying out. You're not, there's no profits here, no dividends. There's no players in the game. So we just want you not to use the buzzwords. We want to use the right technology. The good buzzwords. The good buzzwords. So we have some good buzzwords, guys. When you're sharing this opportunity, activity, we want you to say it's a gifting activity. You are sending a gift. You're receiving a gift. You're giving a gift. You gave a gift. You're sending out invitations. You're inviting people. You are the inviter. You are the participant. These are grids, not boards. We're receiving overflow, not spillover. You have a right to give anybody a gift. It's peer-to-peer. It's sharing. It's caring about helping other people. We are a family. We are a community. So these are the good buzzwords that we want you to use. Now, you also need to know about the positions. You got to understand how the grid works. So when you come in the yellow spots, you got 4 on each side, you'll call a pollinary. Then you're going to go to the orange, which is the scout. Then the red is the guardian. And the purple is the victor with the crown on. The purple is where you're at. That's the receiving position. That's where everybody wants to be. We also have levels. So you need to understand the levels. There's a $100 grid. There's a $400 grid, which is grid 2. Grid 3 is the $1,500 grid. And grid 4 is the $3,000 grid. So we have 100, 400, 1,500, and 3,000. Those in each one of our activities: honeycomb 1, honeycomb 2, and the infinity loop. Now, this is what the format looks like. This is what the grid looks like. We don't call this a board guide. We got to get in the right terminology. This is a grid. So like I said, you have your yellow, which is your pollinaries. You have your orange, which are your scouts. The red is the guardian, and the purple is the victor with the crown, the person that is receiving. So you go from yellow to orange, orange to red to purple. That's only 3 splits for the board, and then you're in the receiving position. We also have the color codes, guys. When you're on the grid, if you see a red username, that means they're inactive. Green username means that they're active. Blue means they have one direct to them. Orange is where you want to be. That means you're verified, you're active, and you have 2 directs. We also have a grid in our back office called the family tree. And these grids will show the bees. And these are the color codes for the bees. So when you look at your family tree, and we will look at all of this stuff in a minute, you can see where everybody's at and what color and where they stand. So if you see a clear color bee, that means that person has been sidelined. What does sideline mean? Sideline means that that person joined the activity and for whatever reason did not get their 2 people, or they're inactive, they're not logging in on a regular basis, or they decided they didn't want to do the activity anymore, so they got sidelined, they get taken off the board. And you get off the board, you don't lose your position, you can come back at any time that you're ready. The only difference is you have to re-gift $100 again if you get sidelined. Then we have the green bee, which means that they're active, they're joined, but they haven't yet sent their gift. Blue means that, active means that they sent their gift and they're active on the board. They did. Blue means that they only have one direct. It could have came from them, or it could have came from the upline on a spill. Orange is verified. So orange means that they're verified, that they have 2 on the board or grid. Now we have 2 activities. The main program is Honeycomb 1. Everybody comes into Honeycomb 1. Then when you complete that first grid, which is $100 in Honeycomb 1, you go over to Honeycomb 2, which is our second activity. The goal here is to complete Honeycomb 1 and complete Honeycomb 2 so that you are inside of the infinity loop. Each activity has the 4 grids inside of them: the 100, the 400, the 1500, and the 3000. So you're going to go through all 4 grids in each of the honeycombs. They are mirrored. You don't need 2 new people for the second one. The same people that follow you through Honeycomb 1 will follow you into Honeycomb 2, will follow you into the infinity grid. So you're using the same people. You don't have to requalify yourself to get into the 2 activities. They are mirrored. Honeycomb 2 is a mirror of Honeycomb 1. Now, here is the potential of gifts that you can receive. So like I said, we have Honeycomb 1, we have Honeycomb 2, and we have the infinity loop. The ultimate goal here is to get in this infinity loop. So how does this work? On grid 1, which is the $100, you get 8 gifts. That's $800. Out of that $800, you're going to keep $200 because you need the difference of that so that you can upgrade to Honeycomb 2 and to the infinity loop. Then when you cycle your grid 2, which is the 400, you get $3,200. Out of the $3,200, you're going to keep $1,300 because you need to upgrade to Honeycomb 2 to infinity loop. Then out of grid 3, which is the 1,500, you're going to get $12,000. You get to keep $7,500 of that. Then grid 4 is the 3,000. You get $24,000. You get to keep 21,000 of that. So total in gifts received is 40,000, but you're taking 10,000 to upgrade to the Honeycomb 2 and the infinity loop. So you walk away with $30,000 from one grid. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So let's get back. Now, Honeycomb 2 is a mirror of Honeycomb 1. So you're going to get the same amounts like in Honeycomb 1 and Honeycomb 2. But this is going to be your second position. So grid 1, 800, the same way you got 800 in Honeycomb 1. But this time you're going to get 300 because you don't need 100 to go back in. Once you complete that grid in honeycomb 1, you never go back into it again. So then you go to honeycomb 2. In honeycomb 2 on your second grid, you get the same amount, 3,200, 3,200, you keep 1,300. Third grid, 12,000, 12,000, you keep 7,500. Fourth grid, 24,000, 24,000, you keep 21,000. So all of this is the same, but you get an extra $100 because you do not go back into the grid once you complete it. So when you finish honeycomb 2, you have a second position, and now you're getting 30,100. Now you go into the infinity loop. And here's where it gets better, because this is where you want to be, guys, inside of the infinity loop. So when you finish honeycomb 1 and honeycomb 2, that first $100 position, that's 800 and 800. You get 1,600. You keep 14 because you need to go back into the infinity loop again on that $100 grid. Same thing with 2. You get 6,400, 3,200 from 2, 3,200 from 1. You have 2 positions in in infinity loop. You get 6,400, you keep 56 because you need the difference to go back into it again. Same thing with grid 3. You get 12,000, 12,000 from each position. You got 24,000. You keep 21. The difference is to go back into that grid again. Same thing with 4. You get 24 from 1, 24 from the second one. Boom, you get $48,000. You get to keep $42,000. The difference is used to get back into that again. It's your choice. It's optional. You don't have to keep upgrading or staying there, but why would you not? So now you have 2 positions in infinity loop. That's going to get you a total of 80,000 in gifts, but 10,000 is what you're going to always keep putting back in over and over again, so you can get 80,000 every single time. Infinity loop is where you want to be. This is the one where it's infinity. It goes on forever and ever. You keep going out, going back in. You keep going out, going back in. Once honeycomb 1 and 2 are complete, you would never go back into honeycomb 1 and honeycomb 2. Everybody from the community is going into this infinity loop. We're all on the same boards. We're all in there together, and we're cycling those boards over and over and over. That is the ultimate, to get into that infinity loop. And you will have 8 positions when you complete this. So that's $80,000 8 times. Guys, you do the math. I'm just showing you one round, but you will end up with 8 positions in here at $80,000. Let that sink in, please. Please let that sink in. That's the potential of what this activity can do for you. All we got to do is just put a little work in it. Even if it took us a year, guys, to get to this $80,000, would it not be worth it from either coming in at $100 or coming in at $30? It absolutely is. Even if it took a year, people don't make $80,000 in a year. You can't invest $130 anywhere and receive these kind of benefits. Let's just do a little work so that we all can get to this end goal. Next, what is Honeycomb Plus? Let's talk about Honeycomb Plus. It's a new enhancement that's going to start on Friday, August the 4th. It was created for the people who don't have $100, because everybody don't have $100. So they can come into Honeycomb Plus with $30. Honeycomb Plus is a small matrix. It only has 7 people in that matrix. It's you, your 2, and then the 4 gifts the victor. It's a smaller matrix. It's affordable because it's only $30, but it gets you into the main honeycomb 1 activity. That's why that was created. It's only for new people. If you're already a member, you can't come in there, and you only go through it once. So when you complete Honeycomb Plus and you get into Honeycomb 1, that Honeycomb Plus position expires, it's complete, it's over. B Nation, guys, this is the absolute best enhancement that they could have thought of. B Nation is for the active members. You have to already be a member of Infinity Grid, active on the board, which means you have already gifted your $100. Then you can activate your B Nation position for $30. That is a position that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to verify yourself. You don't have to invite anybody. That's the second position in addition to your original position you already have. It's going to be a company force fill matrix. And guys, we have over 6,000 members already. If just half of them take a B Nation position, they're going to all go in at over 3,000 people. Then all the new people that are coming in from the Honeycomb Plus, getting onto the main board, they can come in and everybody is joining that community position. It has nothing to do with your original position. It doesn't qualify it. It doesn't verify it. It doesn't follow it. It's a community force fill. Think about, you got one person at the top. Then they're going to go 6 down, 6 across. Then they're going to give the first position 3. Then the second, third, and fourth. Everybody's going to get 3. Then it's going to go around left to right. It's going to fill up that level and give everybody 3. Then it's going to keep going down and down. It's going to build a perfect matrix with no holes. And while everybody is cycling, because you only need 4 to cycle. And then you're going to come over onto our original boards that are already there and help those boards to cycle. This B Nation, every single person that joins Infinity Grid, once you are on that $100 board, should take you a $30 position. It's worth it. You don't have to do anything. That's what B Nation is all about. But I want to show you real quick a little short video that explains it a little more. It's like 2 minutes long. So let's listen at this, guys.
What is the difference between the $30 and the $100? I'm new. How do I know? Let me first explain the difference for you, and then I will go into more depth on each one. So the difference is the $30 grid consists of only 7 positions, and it starts with the $30. Right? There's only 4 pollinator positions, 2 scouts, and 1 victor. The victor receives $30 from each pollinator to give him or her a total of $120. Okay. That is the $30 Honeycomb Plus. The $100 Infinity Grid starts with $100, and it consists of a total of 15 positions, with a total of 8 pollinators paying $100 each to the victor. Okay, so that will make it in Honeycomb 1. Sorry, let me just go back there. 1 position. All right, completed. Good. So Honeycomb 1, we've got 100, 400, 1,500, and the 3,000. You will move through the different levels. In Honeycomb 2, 100, 400, 1,500, and 3,000. And in the Infinity Loop, you will move through $100, $400, 1,500, and 3,000. So that is the Infinity Grid through all 4 different levels. Now, if you've chosen the Honeycomb Plus $30 entry, this is what the grid will look like as we just showed you, but let's explain it in a little bit more detail. Here you are in the pollinated position. All 4 pollinators will give the victor, and you will move into Scout. Once you are in Scout position, you will invite your 2 people, and then once the grid is complete and full with all 4 pollinators, you will move into Victor. And you will receive your $30 from each pollinator. Now the grid will spin and you are complete. You have $100 now to enter into the infinity grid. So this will take you straight into the $100 Honeycomb 1. So we'll call H plus sort of like a starter. So your journey starts here. You will enter straight there. Then you move into the pollinator position, and your inviter might be in the scout position or in the guardian position, but you should be arriving in the same grid as where the person that has invited you into H+ is. Okay. Now,
okay, so we're going to stop that video there. That explained the honeycomb plus and what's the difference. Now I'm going to show you another little short one. This one talks about the B Nation, my absolute favorite. It's like 2 minutes. Hold on.
It is next level. When you go to your back office, you are now going to swipe down on the right-hand side where your control panel is. You're going to swipe right so that on the left, you're going to have B Nation. And that's where you're going to activate B Nation. I can't wait for B Nation. As you see, I have just got a huge grin on my face because this is just the most amazing thing. And what is B Nation and how is it going to operate? It's going to be in the $30 grids because you are going to start in your $30 grids. And every single person that is presently in Infinity Grid is going to be able to activate their B Nation for $30. And everybody that's new that starts the moment they reach grid 1 and are confirmed, they're going to be able to activate B Nation for $30. It is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful activity within Infinity Grid. So there you are as your pollinator, and you're going to wait for the other pollinators, and you're going to gift your vector, and then you're going to move into the same set of grids that we've been discussing already. But you will now be purple. You will see yourself as a little purple icon name moving throughout honeycomb 1 and honeycomb 2, and then inside the infinity loop. So it will be the exact same structure that you've seen. However, the matrix is completely different. That is how B Nation Community Power is going to help push you, and it's going to move as a completely separate lineage within Infinity Grid, across all the grids. It's got its own little set of rules, and it's just the most wonderful space. You are just going to join and join and join, and this is a complete community power behind B Nation.
Okay, guys, so those are the 2 little short videos that talk about our B Nation and our Infinity Honeycomb Plus. All right, let's go to the next slide. The app. We have an app, guys. I don't know if there are any gifting activity that has their own app. Right now, the app is only for the Android phone. They're working on a workaround for it to be for the iPhones. It's a lot harder getting an app on iPhone. So the app is not in the App Store, the Play Store. You have to go to the website and download it from your website or your back office. Now, guys, there is a $10 fee for the app, and let me explain why. The $10 is one time, once a year. It's a maintenance fee. It's to help pay those developers, the programmers. It's to pay for the web, the domain name. It's to, keep the activity going. And that's not a lot to ask. But if anybody don't have the $10 or have a problem with paying it, just reach out to me. I'll give you your $10 back because it's absolutely worth it. Why do you need an app? The features that we get with the app, we don't get a lot of those on the web. And eventually they want to move from the website, keeping it totally private and just using the app. That's why you can only download it once and you can only have one position. But in this app, it's going to have all these different things here, guys. The Academy is going to have the app notifications, push notifications, full access to the back office. You're going to get everything that goes on that board. When somebody joins, when somebody's confirmed, you can turn off some of the notifications if you don't want to get them all, but it's going to give you real time information all the time. So the app is really good to have. Next, we also have what is very important, 3 links in our back office. And let me explain to you what the difference is with the links. Excuse me. Our first link is called Pay It Forward. That link you will find at the top of the page in the back office, spelled out, Pay It Forward. Have you paid it forward today? That link is used when you want to help someone in your downline to become verified. You want to directly give them a person. You would have to sign up that person from your back office. You would have all their information and you would input that information. On to, guys, I need you to hold on again. Somebody's at my door. Give me 1 second here. Shucks, all these interruptions. I'm so sorry. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that again. So now let's go down to the second link. The second link is called PIF referral link. That link is going to be on your dashboard. It's going to be down to the bottom of the page. And this link is when you are going to when you are going to PIF someone in, you send them that link, they sign up themselves, but you get all the information about the victor. So this link is used, and that person's your direct. They're going to be your direct referral. That's somebody that you are pipping in to be your direct referral. You'll get the information about the victor, but they sign up themselves and they get all their information. That's the PIF link. Then you have your regular normal referral link. You send that out to anybody who's going to give for themselves. They're going to be your directs. So that's the 3 links. The Pay It Forward, where you sign up the person and you're giving them to somebody. The PIF is where they sign up themselves. They're your direct and you're gifting for them. And then your referral link is for directs. Guys, that's that part of it. Now I'm going to do a back office training. But I say to you this, never give up, because great things take time. This is not a get rich quick. This is an activity that we want to share with our family and our friends, that it takes time to build it. If you just put a little work in it, I guarantee you, you will reap the abundance from this activity. It is absolutely the best gifting program out. Now, let's go to our back office. But also before we get to our back office, I want to share some really important information with you. We have a video library, and we also have a document library. So if you don't like watching videos, you can get a document. We have frequently asked questions here. We have first steps, getting started, referral links explain, anything, shuffling explain, anything you want to know about the activity. If you don't want to watch a video, you can come here, you can download the document. I suggest to everybody, when you join something, the first thing you need to do is FAQs. Frequently asked questions, because 9 times out of 10, the same questions that you have, somebody else have, and they're in this frequently asked question, and you can get your questions answered. So we have that for you. We also have a video library. Every video, anything you want to understand about this activity, you can go to this library and you can pull up a video. You want to know about Honeycomb Plus, if you want to know about Early Access Achiever, if you want to know about B Nation, if you want to know what sidelining and shuffling is, all you do is come back here. Every recording that they do. So they do 3 recordings a week, live, 2:00 Eastern on Tuesday. That recording is for new people. It's an introductory to the activity for people who are new, that you're inviting, that you want them to get information about. You would send them to that introductory webinar. Then on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, we do an intermediate, a more advanced presentation for the people who want to know the nuts and bolts, the people who want to know how it works. When you want to understand all the different movements and parts to the activity, you would go to that presentation. Then on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, we do a community question and answers. There you can ask all your questions, anything you want to know. It's an open forum. It's for everybody that presentation on Tuesdays. Okay. So those are the different materials and tools that we have for you to use. Now I want to go directly to the login and the back office. I don't know what's going on today, guys, but it seems like I get so many interruptions. Hold on one more second. I'll be okay, guys. So now we're going to do some back office training. This right here is the login. If you want to download the app, you can come over here and you can download the app. So we're going to log into the back office so that we can see all the information about the dashboard. So this is your dashboard up here, dashboard. At the top of the dashboard, you have another place where you can download and get the app from your back office. Then we have that link I was telling you about, guys, that called Pay It Forward. It's spelled out and it says, have you paid it forward today? This is the link that you use when you want to PIF somebody into the activity and assign them, give them a direct to somebody on your team. That's when you use that link. At the bottom of this control panel, you scroll down. In the middle, it's going to show that you're active. It's going to show the level. It's going to show you your journey. And it's going to have the PIF referral link. This is the link that you give to somebody that's going to be your direct, but you're paying or you're gifting for them. When you hit on the word copy, nothing happens. So don't think it's not working. You have to go to your email or your text message and you have to paste it. That's when you would see the link. Or if you wanted to share it, you can share it on WhatsApp, Telegram. That's what the share button is for. Right up under that link is your referral link. Same thing. You hit on copy. You go where you're going to put it at and you paste it. This is the link that you use when you want a direct referral. Somebody's that's going to gift themselves and they're your direct. Those are the 3 links. Okay, so we are looking at the honeycomb 1 grid. In order to get back and forth between the grid, and there's only 2, honeycomb 1, honeycomb 2, you have to stroll down. Right here, you see we're looking at honeycomb 1 in orange. If you want to see honeycomb 2, you click on 2, come up to the top, and it's going to show you right here that you are viewing your honeycomb 2 positions. This particular young lady is not on honeycomb 2 yet, so nothing is lit up here. If she was in honeycomb 2 on 100 or the 4, you would see view, you would see open, you would see enter, something telling you that it's time to go to that grid, or you're viewing it because you're already in it. So we're going to go back down here. We're going to click on honeycomb 1 because we want to view the honeycomb 1 grid, viewing honeycomb 1. At the top of this grid, it has this little red present with the 1 in it. That tells me that this person, she is the victor, and she has 1 gift that is pending right now. So we're going to click on the word view because we want to view the grid. View means you're already in the grid. You're already on this grid. She's not on the 400. She's not on the other grids yet. She's only had, this is her first time around. This is her first position. So we're going to click on the view, and now we're going to see the boards. So first I want to show you, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Up here is where you can see the color codes, so you can understand what the different colors mean on the usernames. So red, like I told you, mean inactive. So if you look down here, you see how we have this 1 young lady right here. She is inactive. She's joined the grid, but she has not sent her gift yet. So she's inactive. Then we're going to go to the green. The greens are the ones that are active. That means they sent their gift, but they don't have any referrals yet. And if you see somebody in blue, which we have 1 person here on this board that's in blue, that means he has 1 referral already. Then we go up here to orange, means verified. So everybody who you see on this board that's in orange, Faith, Nikki, Boss Mom, all of these people are orange. That means that they have brought in there too. They are now verified. So if you look over here to the side, you're going to see the word verified. You go down, this is telling you she's on level 1, the $100. She's received a total of 6 gifts already, and she has 15 invitees. Guys, You can have as many invitees as you want. She has 15 people following her directly. It's your choice how you do this. You can give them away or you can have them following you. But let's say if 3 or 4 people drop out, she still got 78 people following her. You should have a total of 6. 6 is the perfect number to have following you on the grids. But she has 15. Out of those 15, she's PIF'd in 1 so far. She's met her requirement because she was piffed into the program and she piffed in 1 person when she became the victor. So now when you look at the board, you can see there's a timer here. This timer only comes up when half the board is full. So right now, the board splits after the first 4 people join. They are called a polliner. If you go down here to the bottom, you can see down here, this is the polliner. Then you have the 2 greens right here, which are the scouts. You have the blues right here, which are the guardians. And then you have the one with the crown in purple, which is the victor. Both sides of the board are the same. But because there are 4 people here, this means that she has 2 days, 8 hours and 35 minutes and 24 seconds to receive this last gift. If this last gift is not confirmed, then the system will confirm it because it will assume that she's not logging in and she doesn't know what's going on. So you don't want that to happen. So you don't want to let the timer run out. You want to get in contact with this person right away. This person wants to get in contact with you. So what you do, you hover over their name and all the information comes up. You have your confirm button. So once Nikki receives that $100, she's going to confirm her. Or when the timer run out, if she let it stay that long, because it should not take anybody 2 days to send a $100 gift. As soon as you join the activity, you should be sending $100 the same time. If not, you could click remove and you can remove them. This gives you their name, their email, their phone number, and their telephone handle. So you have several ways to get in touch with this person. This person also can get in touch with Nikki because all she has to do is click on her information and all her information pops up so that she can reach out to her so she can send that gift. This person just joined the board today. So hopefully she'll send that gift to Nikki today. This board will get confirmed and this board will split. And now Nikki will have received all of her gifts. She only has 1 spot left that's open right here. And anybody on this board can fill this spot. It could come from Boss Mom. It could come from Bless. It could come from VIC here. It could come from TJOS. It could come from Faith. Anybody can fill up that spot. Excuse me. Even Nikki could put somebody in that spot. So you have so many people on your team here that's working to fill up these 4 spots. The people that are in green are active and have sent their gift. Now it's their turn to go out and bring in their 2 people or 3 people or 4, how many people that they choose. And so that's what the board looks like. I hope that's a good, let me explain this too. Under each username, there is a symbol or code. It says H1. H1 means honeycomb 1. This is an H1 position. If you see H1 PIF, that means that person was piffed into the program. When they become the victor, they have to piff 1 person back. So you want to use your PIF links when you're piffing someone in, because then they have to give back to the system. So instead of them giving you back the 100, they bring somebody into the system because we are about sharing and sharing this activity with as many people as we can. The people that we know, we love, and we trust, we want to share this activity with them. So if everybody, let's say we had 200 people that has PIF next to their name. When they get into that receiving gifting spot, that victor position, they have to give 1 gift back. So now those 200 just gave back another 200, brought in 200 more people. Then those 200 people have to give back and bring in another 400 people. That's how we keep the activity going, because we have the PIF people giving it back, bringing somebody, sharing this activity with somebody else. So those PIF positions are very important and they're good to use. Now, I say, when you are a PIF person, totally up to you. If you wait until you become the victor and you're in the middle, bring somebody in at that time, because then all you have to do is just confirm them. You don't have to send money to anybody. They don't have to give you any money. It's like a wash. So you can wait until you become the victor to PIF them in. Or If you don't want to wait because you want to get them on the board right away, you can bring them in right away. But then you would have to send that $100 to the person who is the victor on that grid. That's the difference. Either you wait and you pick them in when you are the victor and you have a wash. So instead of getting 800, you're only going to get 700. Or you pick them in right away and you send 100 to the person that is the victor. So that's what the PIF, your choice, how you decide to do it. You also are going to see H2s, that means they're in honeycomb 2, or you will see the infinity loop. That is an 8 sideways, the infinity symbol, and that will be there. That tells you that that position is an infinity loop position. H2 tells you it's a honeycomb 2 position. H1 tells you it's a honeycomb 1 position, and the PIFs will always be. You will only ever see PIFs on the first $100 H1 board, because you cannot upgrade to the 400. You cannot move over to the H2 until you've given that $100 PIF position away. It will not let you move up until you've met that one requirement when you are PIF. So now let's go look at our team. You can hit up here, you can get the team, or you can stroll over here to the dashboard and you can go look at team. My team, you want to look at your family tree. The family tree is your direct people that's in your line, in your lineage. So you have Nicole. She now has 3 across her front, and then she has 6 on the next line. Across the top are our bees, what I was telling you before. So the kind of whitish bee here, the clear one is available. That means that these spots are all available under here. So we still got to fill up these spots. They can come from her. They can come from her upline. They can come from Jada. They can come from anybody in her lineage. Those spots will get filled automatically. If you see this black one, it says sideline. Again, sideline is someone who took themselves off the board because they don't want to do it anymore. Somebody who's not logging in a timely frame, 3 or 4 months. If you're not logging in, you're going to be sidelined. And if you join, and for whatever reason, it takes you a little longer to get your 2 to become verified, then they sideline you. Sideline means they take you off the board. You never lose your position. You can come back in at any time that you want to when you're ready. The only thing is you have to come back in onto a grid and you have to regift again. That's the only thing with the sideline if you get yourself sidelined. Then we have our green bees here that are active on the board already. They've sent their gift. We have our blue bee down here that tells me they have 1, and that came from either direct or spillover. And then we have verified, which is the orange bees that are verified. Your goal is to make sure that all of your bees are verified. That means they're verified, they've met their requirement, they're brought in there too. Now, can you become verified without bringing in your 2? Yes, you can. That's another feature that they've added to the system because of the unilevel and the family tree, that when you get spillover from your upline, or if somebody fall in your lineage, you can become verified, but you still need to bring in your 2. The activity only works if we keep sharing it. And why would you keep this great opportunity to yourself? You want to share it with as many people that you know, you trust, and you love. Guys, even if you have people, and I know we all do, and the first thing I say, I don't have 2 people, but I want to join, but I don't have 2 people. Get those people too, because now we have that B Nation. The only difference is they need to come in with $130. $100 to get into the activity on the main board or grid, and then $30 to get in B Nation, because now you could get in B Nation and you don't have to do anything with that position. There's no verifying it, there's no recruiting for it, nothing, no inviting, nothing, guys. All you need to do is be an active member with your original position. And my thinking is, when you get somebody like that who don't want to recruit, who say they don't know nobody, once they get in that B Nation, that position is following the community with 5,000 and 6,000 positions, people working it, and it's following. Everybody's joining. They're going to cycle. And then when they do cycle and they get their gifts, now they can go out and bring somebody else in to qualify their original position. Why would you not? You could take 130 and put your sister in if you wanted to, once you start receiving from your position, because now you know it's working. This B Nation is going to start in a couple of days. for the whole community. I'm thinking long-term, guys. I'm thinking about 2-3 months from now. You getting that email, that phone call from somebody said, I need to send you $1,500. I need to send you $3,000 because that position just made it. It's worth $130 to potentially have to be able to get 40,000 from that one position. Even if it took a year, it's okay. Put $130 in the bank. If you get $10 in interest on it in a year, that's a lot. I am telling you, if you do nothing else, to join the activity, find people who don't want to recruit, let them come in with that 130 and they will reap the abundance. Now, next, so I know I be yapping. I want to go over to directs. If you wanted to see your direct people, these are your direct. Like I told you, Nikki have over 15 people. You have all the information for these people. You can find out who they are. We even have my downline. You could click on your downline. This is a really nice feature here, guys, because you can see everybody in your downline, the day they joined, the day they got confirmed, how many directs they have, if they're verified, what level they're on, if they're PIF'd anybody in. This person has done one so far. You can come and you can see if they're sharing, if they're giving it back to the community. Then you have your cloning position. What does cloning mean? That means that you can clone yourself 4 times. You can have 4 positions in here if you want to. I don't suggest doing that because you need to put 2 behind each position. So I don't really recommend cloning right now. I would prefer to have my original position, my B Nation position, and then help my team to get verified and have the same. Cloning is later on when you really, really, really got it. I wouldn't worry about cloning. Then you have shuffling. Like I told you, the shuffling is when you get shuffled 4 times. They'll let you stay on the grid 4 times. On that 5th time, if you have not met your requirement, you get shuffled, then you get sidelined. You can see the levels, and the most important here is the date. It goes July 26, 23. This shows us if your people are logging in. This basically going to tell you if they're coming in, if they're active in the activity. And if you see somebody here that hasn't logged in 3 or 4 months, they will get sidelined. We want active people. We want people on the grids that are active and that they're working. We don't want deadbeats that's sitting there doing anything. That's what the sidelining is for. They give you plenty of time. You get to have 4 shuffles, and that 5th shuffle is before you're gone. So this is another great feature that we have here, guys. If you wanted to buy your coupons so that you could get your app, you have the coupon section here where you would come and you would log in to order your app. What else do we have here? And my PIFs. This is your list of your PIFs. She's already PIF'd in 1 person so far, so she gave back. She was PIF'd in the program, and now she gave back to her 1 person. And you can see all the people that you PIF here. That's about everything I could think of, guys. We went over everything. I said to you guys, this activity is the best gifting program out there. I don't know another gifting program that has so many great features like this. I really, really thank you for coming to this training. Training is important, guys. I tell everybody it's like starting a new job. If you get on a new job, you're going to go through a little bit of training. Let this be the same. Come in here, watch the videos, read the documents, go on a call every here now and then. We do our own calls. We have our own Telegram group for our team. We have our own Messenger group for our team. We post everything in those groups. Get the links from your inviters, from your sponsors, to find out how to get into these groups, to stay up and with the information, what's going on. Take 10 or 15 minutes a day to listen to something. When you're driving in your car, you can listen to a video. When you're at home and you can't sleep like me sometimes, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm listening to videos. That's how you learn. That's how you build up that faith in what you're doing and know that this is going to be an absolutely awesome program. Because Infinity Grid is not going anywhere, whether you work it or not. It's going to be around, guys. It's going to be around. And I just say to you to just share it. Just learn it and share it. That's all that we ask. With that said, I'm going to call it a good night. Until the next time. Good night, guys.